will clarify something for you like I cleared up for everyone check. We must beware of one another. I realize Kanye don't come from a terrible spot, right? And here's it. And when he discussed the medications, the psychological medications, I've had an episode of that. They might have quite recently changed to prescription. And I wouldn't be here and on the news. They would have said it was a direct result of a psychological issue. You realize that they have harms that make a coronary failure and pneumonia-like side effects. I don't have any idea what sort of medications he was on. Perhaps it's utilizing a similar sort of stuff. Yet Kanye West was utilizing lithium, or anything. Jamie Foxx was evidently confessed to an Atlanta clinic. And the web has gone off the deep end with speculations and tricks about why in these embarrassments Kanye West has stood up and uncovered a few upsetting insights concerning the seedier side of the music and movie ventures in Hollywood. He is by all accounts suggesting that Jamie is taking care of confronting the strong in Hollywood. Considering James' most recent disclosures in regards to his notorious gatherings, Kanye West has even indicated that VIPs like Diddy are behind everything, except now that they've apparently removed Jamie from Howard on the Road, is that Kanye could have slapped an objective on his own back by shouting out. And these aren't simply wild cases. Good gracious, these cases truly came from somebody in the core of media outlets, the unparalleled Dave Chappelle. We should look behind Hollywood's velvet ropes and figure out the truth. A few days prior, reports started showing up wherever strikingly on TMZ that Jamie Foxx must be hospitalized because of a health-related crisis that happened on the arrangement of his Netflix film back in real life with Cameron Diaz. So Jamie Foxx experienced an intense health-related crisis. See, that landed him in the emergency clinic. The seriousness of his sickness, they said, required a prompt excursion to the trauma center. His friends and family likewise burned through no time, persuading to Atlanta to be close by, as they probably were aware the circumstance was basic. Relatives from beyond Atlanta. There were some in Atlanta, yet relatives from outside flew in and raced to the clinic to be close by. Kareen Fox, his girl, expressed on Instagram that her dad required petitions to God, yet didn't determine what was off with him, bringing up issues about her intentions. The post read, "We needed to share that my dad, Jamie Foxx, encountered an unexpected problem yesterday. Fortunately, because of speedy activity and extraordinary consideration, he is as of now en route to recuperation." The post finished with the family requests protection during his time, yet media sources began researching potential clarifications. Media takeout was educated by a source near the family that his condition was not so desperate as was first suspected. And afterward, he had experienced a stroke, while different individuals who have been dependable in the past are presently detailing that Jamie might have experienced a stroke. Considering the report about Jamie, Kanye's closest companion, Dave Chappelle has uncovered a few stunning bits of insight about the diversion world. The Tip Top doesn't take well to having their filthy clothing uncovered. And apparently Kanye has been doing only that. The strong supposedly feel terrified by Kanye's push for change, and his frankness has made him an objective they will fall back on any means important to dispose of him. Yet stand by. There's additional, a few exceptionally influential individuals would prefer to have Kanye stay quiet than need to adapt to his dissenter sentiments. They will effectively keep him calm. And taking into account the lengths we saw them go to get rid of James Kanye's days, could possibly be numbered. What compels this reality even more clear is that both Jamie and Kanye's names have come up comparable to a specific medication called lithium, and it appears to be that could have had an excess of a hand in James' momentum condition. Then we might want to figure. I don't have the foggiest idea what sort of medications he was on. Perhaps he's utilizing the very sort of stuff that Kanye West was utilizing, lithium, or anything you see very much like with Kanye, who must be taking drugs for some emotional wellness issues. Jamie likewise needed to manage a ton right from when he was 18 years of age. That experience for all time harmed his certainty when gotten some information about the troublesome period in his life. He said, how could it cause me to want to reside in your most dreaded fears? This bad dream followed him. Wherever he went, even external the medical clinic, his viewpoint moved. And he turned out to be consistently nervous you're anxious about the dull scared of things you see on the TV. You feel that things are coming at you. I felt neurotic, and distrustfulness is wildness. It's bad Jamie's extreme compulsion. And the subsequent medical conditions were a steady wellspring of stress for him. Without his companion's convenient intercession, he might have dreaded for his life. Jamie thinks my companion remained at the clinic with me, then he returned me to the quarters, and I feared the dim, and he would converse with me consistently, and quiet me down and say stuff like you're okay. The devils aren't genuine, he saved my life. Even a little while after the misfortune, Jamie actually experienced the staggering repercussions of her broad medication use. He was certain he had caused hopeless damage and could never recuperate from this difficulty. He focused on that trying period in his life. It seemed like my feelings of trepidation were all approaching valid, and I was going off the deep end he shared. I set out to find out about PCP. After it happened, it avoids a unique mark, and you can't get it with regard to your framework, despite the fact that Jamie's friends and family, having affirmed it, Kanye West has made his own cases for this situation in the wake of persevering through numerous hardships. Kanye is anxious to uncover the business secret underside Constantly's decision in 2022. Kanye West had started his mission of uncovering Hollywood, guaranteeing that various figures inside the business had disappeared without a follow, not squandering the open door. He additionally let them know that its makers were on a mission to damage and control them, which essentially summarizes why they need him far removed. Similarly, as with James, consequently, House of Prayer's contribution on Hollywood, many individuals come up missing feels like it very well, maybe a ton of that to control damage they need to adapt and damage. Talking about Sanctuary, the jokester has as of late made some noise. And what he needed to say about the Allistairs in Hollywood will stun you. This person has been working in the business since he was a young person. He's seen it all. Dave uncovered that he was exposed to tremendous strain in his early stages, and that people in influence endeavored to take advantage of it to apply command over him. In a meeting with syndicated program Sovereign Oprah Winfrey, attempting to inspire me to take crazy medicine. No doubt, like I'm waiting around. You realize I was worried, yet individuals that were letting me know I was a holy person. I accept Dave Chappelle's knowledge isn't stowed away from anybody. He has had some significant awareness of the business shrewd practices for some time, so he singles out his fights. I mean, this person has seen some stuff, and assuming he's currently saying Kanye may be on the way to meeting a similar